JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now onto the news. 5 gunmen killed and 4 guns seized in brazen daylight clash. In a dramatic daylight confrontation on Monday, law enforcement officials followed the described as a planned contract killing in the upscale Jackson area of St. Andrew. The operation ended with 5 men fatally shot and the recovery of 4 illegal guns. According to a source, the 5 men went to a house in the community to kill one of the leaders of the gang. It's understood that a rift developed in the gang, which caused one of its leaders to be marked for death. That figure reportedly fled to Jackshill, where he sought to lay low at an Airbnb. The source states that his location was established, and 6 men were dispatched to the property to neutralize him. It's understood that the 6 arrived at the location and decided to lay in wait for their target, who was not at the Airbnb when they arrived. However, the gunmen were in for an unpleasant surprise. Instead of their target, it was the police, acting on intelligence, who turned up. According to police reports, the confrontation unfolded around 12:40 p.m. when a specialized police team, acting on intelligence, approached a property in the area. As officers moved in, they came under heavy gunfire and returned fire in what they say was an act of self-defense. When the gunfire subsided, 5 men were found suffering from gunshot wounds. They were rushed to hospital, where all were pronounced dead. Their identities have not yet been confirmed, as 6 suspects reportedly fled the scene and remains at large. The police recovered an M16 assault rifle, a shotgun, and 2 handguns, a Glock and a Taurus pistol from the scene. Investigators are now urging Courtney Ashley, otherwise known as Bloodstain, to report immediately to the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch, CTOC. No officers were injured in the incident, which has been reported to both the Independent Commission of Investigations (INICOM) and the Inspectorate and Professional Standards Oversight Bureau as part of required protocols for police-involved shootings. The Jamaica Constabulary Force (JCF) is appealing to the public for any information that could assist in the investigation or help locate the fugitive suspect. Tips can be provided by calling CTOC at 876-967-1389, Crime Stop at 311, the National Intelligence Bureau at 811, or by visiting the nearest police station. This incident pushes the number of people killed by police so far this year to 183, representing more than a 120% increase compared to the same period last year. Deadly Trelawney crashes are taking a toll on firefighters' mental health. Firefighters in Trelawney say the recent surge in deadly motor vehicle crashes in the parish is taking a toll on their mental wellness. Roland Walters, a firefighter attached to the Trelawney Division of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, says there is growing concern about the mental health of first responders who are exposed to trauma almost daily.
We have been having accidents almost every day. And yes, it is a concern to us as firefighters because we have a thing that we call post-traumatic stress that the firefighters have to deal with, having, to handle mangled bodies. So our concern is that, the persons are not taking due regard or due care whilst they are traversing the roadway. It's holidays now, so people are going to party. But what I'm asking drivers to do is to have a designated person to drive. We have to be engaged in counselors to have and we always, after each incident, we always have a stress debriefing sessions. So we try and identify those persons who can't handle the stressful situation out there, things that we have to face. We try to identify them as quickly as possible and try and get some help for them. We have a chaplaincy unit in the Jamaica Fire Brigade. We utilize the chaplaincy unit. We utilize the minister's fraternal in Trelawney to get help for our firefighters.
To date, Trelawney has recorded 14 fatalities from 9 crashes. Cop charged with girlfriend's killing in St. Mary domestic dispute. A young police constable has been formally charged following the tragic shooting death of his 20-year-old girlfriend in Richmond, St. Mary, last month. 22-year-old Constable Patrick Walters was charged on Monday with murder and used in a crime to commit a felony in connection with the June 25 incident that claimed the life of DJ Graham. According to police reports, the deadly shooting happened around 9:15 p.m. during a domestic dispute at Graham's residence. When officers arrived, Graham was found suffering from gunshot wounds. Graham was rushed to the hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Walters was admitted on the police guard after being rushed to hospital by a resident. Following an investigation by the Independent Commission of Investigations (INDICOM), a report was submitted to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, which ruled that Walter should be charged with both murder and firearm-related offences under Jamaica's Firearms Act. This case makes Constable Walters the fourth police officer charged as a result of an INDICOM investigation in the past 19 months. Since 2024, 10 JCF officers and 1 JDF officer have been charged in relation to fatal shooting cases. Constable Walters remains in custody and is expected to appear before the court later this week. Guns stolen from slain cop recovered in Jonestown operation. 1 man arrested. The police have recovered the Glock pistol that was stolen from slain Police Corporal Christopher Smith, who was gunned down during a robbery at a gas station, Beechwood Avenue, St. Andrew, on December 6, 2024. According to a police report, the recovery was made around 2 p.m. on Monday during an intelligence-led operation conducted by the Kingston Western Police Divisional Intelligence Unit in the no man's land area of Jonestown. Officers observed 3 men walking across an open lot and moved to intercept them. During the approach, one of the men reportedly dropped what appeared to be a gun. The item was retrieved and confirmed to be a blank Glock pistol, serial number KGM466, loaded with 9 9mm cartridges. Further checks revealed that the weapon was indeed the service pistol taken from Corporal Smith during the fatal shooting. All 3 men were taken into custody, and one of them, a 22-year-old accountant from Love Street, Kingston 12, was arrested in connection with the firearm seizure. Corporal Smith, who resided in Caymanas Bay, St. Catherine, had reportedly driven his personal vehicle to the Beechwood Avenue gas station to purchase fuel. When he unknowingly arrived at the scene of an ongoing robbery, he was ambushed, robbed of his weapon, and shot multiple times. He was rushed to the hospital, but later died while receiving treatment. Earlier this month, police arrested and charged 32-year-old taxi operator Ornell Allen, also known as Nelly, from Westmore Gardens, Spanish Town. Allen is facing multiple charges, including murder, conspiracy to murder, 6 counts of robbery with aggravation, possession of a prohibited weapon, and unauthorized possession of ammunition. Allen was reportedly found in possession of the Toyota Wish motor car used in the robbery when Corporal Smith was killed. A second suspect has been arrested in connection with the officer's murder. However, as of Monday, police have not confirmed whether formal charges have been laid against that individual. St. Catherine man who sexually assaulted woman while on her way to work gets over 16 years behind bars. A St. Catherine man who pleaded guilty to the sexual assault of a woman while she was on her way to work one morning in October 2023 was on Monday sentenced to a total of over 37 years in prison. He was sentenced by Justice Yvonne Brown in the St. Catherine Circuit Court to 16 years and 3 months for sexual assault, 8 years and 9 months for forcible abduction, and 12 years and 6 months for robbery with aggravation. The sentences are to run concurrently, meaning he'll only serve 16 years and 3 months behind bars. Brown ruled that he must serve at least 10 years before being eligible for parole. The man pleaded guilty on September 23, 2024. The court heard that around 5:30 a.m. on the morning of the incident, the woman, who worked as an administrative assistant, was on her way to work when she was accosted by the man and forced to a secluded area where she was sexually assaulted. The man also robbed her of money and other personal belongings before fleeing. A report was made to the Police's Center for Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse. A probe resulted in his arrest and the subsequent charge. Work at Western Union in Spanish Town pleads guilty to stealing over $3.3 million. A 22-year-old man was employed at a Western Union outlet in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Today pleaded guilty to stealing over $3.3 million from the entity. Takador Beckford was employed as a clerk, admitted to the offense of larceny as a servant, and is to be sentenced on September 2. A social inquiry report was ordered. Facts are that on January 13, 2025, Beckford stole the money from the company but had a glitch in its payment system. He was taken into custody on suspicion of larceny as a servant. He subsequently gave a caution statement to the police and was arrested and charged. JBNN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.